edition. We are so excited that you are here.
Hey, I'm Stephanie, and this is my girl Montana.
I'm Montana, and I'm just over 40, mom of 3 teens, and married to the hottest realtor just south of the Mason-Dixon line. For 18 years, I've been loving introducing women to the easy skincare and everyday color, helping them make money and create their best lives.
And I'm Stephanie. I'm just over 45. I've been married for 22 years. We're north of the Mason-Dixon, but my husband's not a realtor. I'm a mom of
but he is hot.
Yeah, hottest bald man north of the Mason-Dixon. And I'm a mom of 3 teens, including twins. And I've been in the beauty business for 22 years now. And prior to that, when I was the ripe old age of 23, my idea of a beauty regimen was washing your face only if you had zits, pressed powder, chapstick, eyeliner, and a tanning bed. Yeah, so today I'm so grateful with social media being everywhere and like cameras being at your fingertips that I learned to take care of my skin. I learned about skincare and invested in taking care of it. So like many of us, Gen Xers, Zennials, Millennials, however you identify, most of us, our moms did not teach us how to take care of our skin. But guess what? We're here to tell you it is not too late. We've got a lot of life left. Okay, ladies. And so follow along as Montana and I show you how to keep it simple and just love the skin you're in. So Montana, yes. What's been going on in your life, girl?
Okay, well, we just finished our easy season of life. The Elliott family is very busy, full of fun, full of life in the fall. We take a little slower pace in the winter, and then springtime we get back on it with sports. But we spent the winter, we did some skiing, a little bit of recharge. Lacrosse kicked off Friday, so we're here. We're in it.
That comes with the nicer weather. Yeah. And what's funny, it always cracks me up how being in Michigan in the north, like, literally, I've never gone skiing in my life. It's just like I was supposed to once, but believe it or not, it was too warm even outside for them to make snow. That was when I was 13, and anyway, I haven't since then. My dad broke both of his legs, I guess the story goes.
So my mom, that definitely puts a damper on it.
Well, yeah, my mom grew up in Iowa, so like flatter, they didn't really ski, and so it kind of freaked her out. I think that my dad broke both of his legs. But speaking of warm weather, hold on. I had to get it. Warm weather. It has been insanely warm here. Like we have 70s, and it's in the end of February, beginning of March, and it's crazy. I mean, this is like Maryland, DC weather.
I know.
Here. It's amazing.
Yep. So I feel like we've had many conversations where I'm like, that's not fair. It's colder here than it's colder at your house. So
right. Except for though, ours is not sustained. Yours is like on a slow. Here's the thing. Yours is like a slow incline to warmer. Ours is schizophrenic. It is like it's like the journey to success. It's like I did it. I didn't do it. It fell apart. The world is, and it's like all over the place. It's such a journey. Yeah. But we will take every single day. I slept last night I realized this morning as I heard it raining, which was so peaceful. I slept with 2 windows open last night. You guys, it's early March in Michigan. Like never have I ever. I don't know.
Tomorrow night she'll be sleeping in a parka because it'll be so cold.
It'll be so cold. I don't know if the world's ending, but I'm here for it while it happens. In the meantime, also this weekend, I was with some of my girls, and we went to a fantastic workshop, training, education, celebration. There's nothing like what we do. People don't really understand what, like, we say workshop sounds boring. You say meeting, it sounds boring. You say training, it sounds boring. It's not. Yeah, it's so uplifting. And, I sat there and I just really was taking it in because, we haven't been gathering as much in large groups, in the last 4 years. And so it was an interesting, sit back and observe it a little bit. And man, I will tell you that there is nothing more powerful than learning from one another. I mean, that whole, cliche of we rise by lifting each other up. I mean, I'm sorry, peeps, it's true. And then the other thing to watch women be celebrated and encouraged, and just to kind of see from the beginning of a training like that, like the beginning of the day when people are just dragging. Now, granted, maybe if they're like me and not a morning person, they're dragging, but then they just come alive, and you can just see there's just been a change, and they're not just awake, but they're just awake to their dreams and what they want and how they can make that happen. It seems much more achievable. And it's such a cool thing to watch as a mentor, as a leader, and as a sister with them. It's so incredible. And so anyway, I just had to share that with you because unfortunately, I know you weren't there with us across the country.
This is a sign that we are not the newest generation, because evidently the new heart's like.
That's so weird to me. No, what that looks like.
I don't know how you do it. I can't.
Why aren't we
doing it like this? I'm serious. Look at the TikTok machine. Oh,
what in the
your computer has a mind of its own.
So like I get maybe this feels very government.
Do it like I'm telling you, we're gonna put it in the community. I will put it in the community. Y'all will see it. I'm telling you, it's a real.
Here's the church. Here's the
yes, that's right. Yes, amen.
That's all I know.
We're doing the hands. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to say too, in connection with that, one of the things I realized, I did not go to that event, but what I took away from that is one thing I remembered from the last event I did go to, which was, you really become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you are looking at yourself going, this is not who I once was. The beautiful thing about our community is that we are here for the like-minded, growth-minded, ever loving where we are, and also pointing ourselves to what's next. And I think that's one thing I learned from taking so much time away from groups of people. I was like, yeah, I'm here for what I have decided is now great.
Right. I mean, think about how many people are just so, I don't know, like you don't know what you don't know, right? Yeah. And you may not even realize how, this is like a, I don't know, opposite each other, but like stagnant, but yet also floated, right? Yeah. Or like drifted. That's a better word, drifted. Yeah. So like you're kind of stagnant because if you're hanging out with people who, I mean, I think what's scarier is to hear your bank account is the average of the 5 people you spend.
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm hanging out with 3 teenagers. That's what I'm spending the most time with. They broke. They suck enough.
Yeah, they are.
And so like, okay, that's stagnant, but like drifting, like you guys, one of the best descriptions ever. Michigan, we have tons of lakes. I mean, there's a fight between Michigan and Minnesota who has the most lakes. Okay. Yeah, Michigan.
I don't know how to do it.
We got like this thing above. However, I don't know which way it's showing up on camera. But we have all the lakes around us, and then we have the lakes in us. And so water is everywhere. Water's everywhere, rivers, everything. And so many times I'm not really a lake person. So like if I'm getting in a lake, I need to float. I don't want to touch what's in the at all my whole life. And so I like to float. But when you're fixed on the sun and you think, okay, I'm just gonna like lay back and just get a tan. Yeah. Still like that tan thing, but whatever. You open your eyes and you're like way down the beach from where you started, and so sometimes we don't realize that, and so it's like putting yourself purposefully around where you want to be that you can. Anyway, I digress. That's enough about that.
And if you're paying attention to what the water looks like around you, even if you're in that, I need to drift a little bit. Like I'm just sort of here for what's going on. As long as you're paying attention to those surroundings, you will be okay, right? Yeah. Like it's good. It's good. Like mindset. Like okay, you can rest here for a few minutes. Just be aware of where you're resting.
Yeah.
Like we're not about to strive. Okay, I will say self-professed reformed striver, like live till I'm dead kind of person. And now I'm just like, love the idea of enjoying where I am and looking forward, but just like really putting my feet down because I feel like that's real sustainable life,
Yes. It is definitely. I think we're really blessed in our generation to have like this 50-50 because my husband was reading me an article the other day that was talking about how Gen Z, which is like our kids.
Thank God for Tom because he knows all those names. I'm like, nope.
He reads things that we don't read. And it was like the Gen Z are the most self-aware generation of ever. And they have no trauma because they're so self-aware right now. And I think that's great. But I also think to some degree and I see this in my kids and I hear other people, and I'm a little frustrated as a mom. And I hear my girlfriends who have kids around the same age say it's around the same thing. Like you and I have talked about, they can be really aloof, like very they have no idea, no real responsibility. And there are some things where, okay, we can post this in the community, but there was this really funny dude dad video I saw yesterday. It was like a boomer dad and then like a millennial dad. And like the boomer dad was like, I asked you to clean this up 10 minutes ago. Why is it still here? Right. And then the other thing is like, oh, you're hurt. The boomer dad, which he wasn't really boomer, but whatever. Just get some dirt, rub some dirt on it and shake it off, whatever. I'm like, that's kind of how I was raised. Right. We feel like, I think that I like that I had that work ethic to some degree. Right. Yeah. But at the same time, and then the other dad was like, I know you're in bubble wrap and nobody else is wearing bubble wrap. You're going to, so, I do think that there's, I have to say, not to offend the Gen Zers or the later millennials. But I really think that we were raised at a really great time when it was 50-50. Like you had to suck it up, buttercup, and get to work. But we are also pretty self-aware of making things happen instead of letting things happen and just going with what's happening. So
yeah, Dan and I have said this before, like we feel like the generation that's coming out of us is gonna be like, I mean, this sounds really boastful and braggy, and I'm not just talking about my kids. I have a lot of friends that have kids like this too, but like I feel like it's gonna be such a cool thing to watch as they grow up into parents, and they've got that foundational work ethic like we talked about, but then they also have like this soft side or more communication grounded piece where they're gonna really like, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
They're much more accepting of, people around, adaptive. They're super adaptive. That's what I'm going to say. I think that's really great. Instead of just being affected by trauma or whatever, they're going to be really adaptive. And I think that that's a cool thing, because if there's something we know, the world is always
ever changing. Yeah. Okay. Well, we are here for it. So we have a new fun segment. It's called Get Savvy.
Woo! Yeah, we had some
question.
Yes, we asked we asked our friends, our family, we put it on social media, and we'll continue to ask you guys, what do you want to know? Because we want to help you get skin savvy.
Yep. That's what we're here for. Okay, so you have our first question.
Oh, I thought you had the first question.
Oh, wait, I have a first question. I lied. Sorry. I have the first question. Okay, so here we go. So this is from Mandy, and she asked, can I get a refund on all the skincare products promising miracles but delivering disappointments? And we're here for you. So we got you. Like, trust me, I've had so many moments, like being in the beauty and skincare industry, like looking at all the advertisements on Instagram and Facebook and going, wait, like, do we have that? And I know you and I talk about this stuff, like, you were like, oh no, we have that. Like we Googled it, we searched it in our product line. And we're like, oh, we have something that does that. And so you guys, there's so many things out there. It's so easy. And we know from fundamental training, the confused mind does nothing. There's literally so much. You could be so stagnant. You are either the mindset of, I have so much of stuff that I don't use and I don't need anymore because you think you have so much, or you're like the minimalist who has really nothing and still uses bar soap because you're like, okay, well, at least I understand how to use that, right? And so we're here to help you get in the middle. But Mandy, we've got something for you. And in Mary Kay, we have a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all of our products. So if you have Mary Kay in your cosmetic graveyard, or you've ever been confused or overwhelmed by something that you've gotten from your beauty bestie, like call her up. If you don't know who she is anymore, call us up. We will help you because we are here for it. And we're going to get you something that you do love.
Most definitely. And the thing is you guys, there's so much information out there. There's so many experts. I mean, it's like when we were younger, I mean, I know for me, the only skincare I really knew was Noxzema, like the blue jar with the cream in it, right? You guys with me on this one? And so
the scrub, what is it, like the orange scrub or something?
Oh, the apricot scrub.
Apricot scrub, yeah.
Right. Okay. So like, here's the thing. That's what you're jumping on. Like so many times we jump on that. Like either a trusted friend tells us that, but here's the deal. Montana and I have totally different skin. We cannot use the same products, and so it's.
I mean, just look at our faces. Like I'm shining up like J-Lo over here, and Stephanie looks perfectly matted, and
I'm not even wearing a matte color. Okay, that's how I am. Okay, so we can't use the same products, and we know this, but it's come through our education. The other thing is like, again, there's so many trends, and you can actually create more skincare problems by not using proper skincare. And so like, you're using too many active ingredients. And so what I love about us is being that we didn't ever set out to become beauty influencers. That wasn't even a thing 20 some years ago. We don't have backgrounds even in skincare and color cosmetics. And so we've just really learned through the years, and we've educated ourselves, and we're busy ladies that know that because, we didn't grow up putting on 50 layers of foundation that were the wrong shade to cover up zits and everything in between, that we know what products we actually need, ingredients that actually are simple and effective versus having so many different things. Because I know this, Montana, still to this day, if I have too many products in front of me, I just won't even use, like,
yes,
you said, you just don't know what to do. You don't know what to do.
Go back to Old Faithful. That's what I do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do. All right.
Right. So wait, I have a next question. Yes. Okay. So from our next Skin Savvy, Jess wrote, "Can I trade in my laugh lines for some extra sleep?" Oh, Jess.
Ooh, let's bank that. Let's bank it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say, this is I'm just gonna go with I wish. I also would like to trade in what I have deemed my WTF lines. Okay, I was starting to get them. I'm a very, as you can see when I talk, I'm a very facial expression-y kind of person. And then my daughter, my oldest, hit the teenage years, and then then like a year later we had COVID.
Yeah.
And I spent probably, now these other two are coming up to me. I've spent the last 5 years spending most of my days like this. Plus now, and then I discovered I needed readers in the mix of all that. Okay, so but like this, I'm either listening, thinking WTF, or I'm trying to like read something. Okay, so these are my WTF lines. So if you figure out just how to trade your laugh lines, smile lines, experience lines, great. But these were known as 11s, but now I just call them my WTF because that's really, I just find myself constantly like making this face of like, what? And every time.
Guys, don't leave us yet because we know we're giving you a lot of round circle in for answers here, but we've got something for you at the end. But we want you to hear the questions because we want to give you full permission to ask us anything. This is the No Dumb Question segment. So this is your opportunity. Like, hi, my name's Karen and I want to know, like, just tell us, okay? Because we want to know, right? All right. This one's from Becca. This is plain simple and exactly what's going to lead you to what we have for you today, which is, what do I actually need to use? Becca is between 35 and 55. We're not giving out her actual age, but we want you to know that's where she is. So she's lived some life. She's, working against her 20-something habits. And, what the beautiful thing that we get to do, and Stephanie's going to give you more on this in a second, is you have somebody like in your corner. You are not standing in the line at Target or in the line at Sephora where they're like shoving everything on you. We're here for you. We give you a customized regimen and we help you through whatever situation you're in when it comes to your skincare, your color needs. But Steph, tell them, like, unlock the holy grail for them because this.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I'm so excited. We have been working diligently on this. Okay, so
working a little bit harder than I have. I've been really good cheerleader.
Touche. Okay, so you guys, we have for you, we have created a beauty blueprint. And here's the thing, just to give you an idea, just super simply speaking, teenagers, their skin cycles through, okay, you have like these 7 layers and the bottom layer grows up to be the top layer, okay? And so, and that's why their skin is like perfect, okay? And it's like just flawless because it's like paper like paper, just a sheet of paper constantly being renewed, okay? And then when you hit 20, it starts to slow down. When you hit 30, it is now between 35 and 40, 35, 40, I think that's 35 to 40 days to regenerate. Okay, so like this is my paper. That's 30 days. It's 30 times of this going back and forth because it's not regenerating very quickly. Okay, and then when you hit 40,
it's like full stop.
Over 90 days. 3 months. Now, this is why I want you to hear me though. If you're over 40 something and you're like, okay, well, it's too late for me. No, it is not, because here's the thing. The average woman lives to like 86. So we have got a lot of life to live.
You literally have your whole life ahead of you.
Right. It is not too late, okay? Because it's not going to get better because it's okay. So here's the thing. So depending on what you did or didn't do in your 20s, and that could be taken so many ways. Did you tan a lot? Did you wash your face at all? Like anything? Did you take care of whatever you did or didn't do in your 20s, whatever you've been doing to take care of your skin or not doing in your 30s, and what you've been doing and not doing in your 40s, it all makes a difference for what you need right now. That 30 to 40 time frame is probably one of the most important opportunities you have to keep yourself out from under the knife, which is going to be, skincare is cheaper, and it's
there's so many. I don't want to like say anything negative, but let me just tell you, there's so much value in taking good care of your skin. Like we're supposed to get older, FYI.
I don't look like this.
But we want to age gracefully. I literally am embracing a lot of the things I never, like, that's my one little grace streak right there. I tell my hairdresser, like, I'm going tomorrow to get my hair cut, which is why this is on my mind. I'm like, I wonder if this is the time he's going to tell me I should consider. But you know what I saw? Okay, we'll talk about this in trends. Never mind.
Okay, great. So we have this beauty blueprint for you. So all you have to do is comment below and we blueprint, and that's the word blueprint. Let me know. We are going to send to you a questionnaire. Okay, we're going to send you a questionnaire of things to fill out, like about you, your skin, what you've been doing, and then also what you're noticing. That's the other thing. Part of loving the skin you're in is not saying like, well, you have a whole bunch of like blah blah blah, and you didn't notice that. Women are already so self-conscious. We're not going to point out to you, but if you're like, this is one of the things that's bothering me, there is going to probably be a product or an ingredient or something that we can point you to help you love more of that part of you. We don't want you looking in the mirror and like staring. You're going to do it anyway, but like extra. So we're not adding to it. We're just going to help you really feel the most comfortable, most confident, because honestly, when you look, if you think about the most amazing outfit you've worn in a while, right? And when you feel like $1 million on the outside, it like kind of goes inside, like inside feels better, and then you glow, like you radiate. And so imagine living your life with like a little extra non-pregnancy glow, because you are just loving it and it's growing your confidence. And so that is the beauty blueprint. So is that her name? Becca, thank you so much for that question. You totally teed us up for this. And we really appreciate you asking. So we are so excited to share this with those of you who do not have a consultant. Now, if you have a consultant, well, then you can ask her about it. She doesn't have the blueprint exactly, and I apologize, but that's just one of the benefits to having us as your beauty besties. And so anyway, this is going to be really fun and exciting. I can't wait for you to get your reports after you fill this out. And then we get to work with you one-on-one to figure out exactly what it is that you need to love that skin you're in.
And Stephanie and I decided that if we share your question next month, we're going to send you a coffee gift card. So put your questions, look for that box, look for that no dumb question box.
No dumb questions.
That's right. And if we share your question, we're going to send you a coffee gift card. So
yeah, I love coffee. Okay.
Me so.
Awesome.
If you like coffee, then you're probably not here. Let's just be honest.
And if you have a preference, I mean, we can be nice if you don't love Starbucks, because I know some people do, some people don't. Okay, but Starbucks is so much easier. We can buy it through an app.
All right, let's talk.
Well, I was going to say Starbucks used to be. I was going to tee us up. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Starbucks, was such a huge trend.
Yes.
Not too long ago, but not everybody drinks Starbucks now.
I know. They brought it in with like putting it on the cups, or decorating those Starbucks cups, those little like disposable ones.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about ingredients. We talked about how like literally everything is so loud, social media, advertising, commercials. I feel like we get double commercials now because we have television and then we also have social media. Like I can't watch my Instagram reels without like getting 5 commercials. And you know what? If you click on a commercial and you watch like a snippet of it, do you like find that you get like 5 more of like the same similar?
Well, and it's not even just that. I mean, even on YouTube or on like Spotify, there's constant. Yeah. All right. So we're talking about today. We're going to talk to you about our miracle set, or Timewise miracle set, because there are some ingredients in here that you really want to know about that can really make a game-changing difference. There's 3 of them, and the first one is and here, let me just show you this. This is our 3 miracle set. Okay. And it looks complicated. Okay. And you're like, you guys, you are just telling me how simple you like to make things. It's simple. I'm just going to quick run through. You've got a 3-in-1 cleanser. It's got a cleanser, exfoliator, toner, and skin brightener all in it. 4 things in one. And now normally I am not into the 2-in-1 shampoo, the shampoo conditioner. You can't lift the hair follicle and lay it smooth at the same time. It's like, I don't even know how they can advertise that. But this all does sort of that same thing. Cleansing, exfoliating, toning. It's a light enough exfoliant. You can use it twice a day. So morning and night. It's skin specific. So there's one for normal dry, one for a combination oily. Then if it's in the morning, you're going to use your moisturizer. Again, it's skin specific. Even if you're ordering like Montana, you need to moisturize. Otherwise, your skin makes more oil. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, another day. And then you would use your SPF daytime SPF 35. And studies have just shown that if you put the SPF on separately and after your moisturizer, it's going to be far more effective. And then you always have to use an eye cream. Starting at 20, you need an eye cream. And if you're like, oh, I didn't use one yet, please hurry, because your eyes are the first place to show signs of aging. Now,
back to what you said earlier about, not to like rewind, but you said something earlier about sometimes we cause our own skin issues. This is one of those places. If you are using your moisturizer for your whole face, you are possibly causing your own puffy eyes or watery eyes. I know a lot of 40 and above have mentioned recently, the people are talking that their eyes are watering. I'm like, I have something. Check this out. So don't be using your moisturizer in this area, bone to bone and anywhere in between. It's only for your eye cream.
It's a no-fly zone, as Montana likes to call it. And let me also point this out. This is probably a whole topic for a whole nother day. But recently I heard a beauty influencer talk about how most skincare lines, their eye cream is their moisturizer
Just
in a
package.
small package with a big price tag. I ran to the computer to double check. And sure enough, they are not the same. The list isn't even the same like size. Even if you just didn't have your readers on and you're like looking at the computer.
You can see.
There's a difference. Okay. So anyway, just to know there is a huge difference. So now at night, especially if you're like I was for the first 20 some years of my life, like I do not want to watch my face before we go to bed. I'm ready to be done. Usually say like 2 a.m. So it's not like I didn't have time. It's just, so we got our 4-in-1 cleanser again. Now we're going to use our nighttime recovery because this is beauty sleep in a bottle. Like this is going to, when I was talking about regeneration of your skin, nighttime is when the most repair and regeneration can happen. And so these little beads in it pops, you get the most freshest, potent burst of the ingredients we're going to talk about in just a second. Then you put on your moisturizer, then you put on your eye cream, and then you go night night and you wake up and you're 12 years younger. Just kidding. Okay,
so that'd be amazing. Back to Jess and her laugh lines. Hey girl.
Right, hey girl. Now 12 years younger back in the day would have been like, oh, so I'm gonna look 12. No, now it's